Summertime brings in dust to the trails, which makes building hard and creates damage to existing features. The droughts we have in Washington throughout the summers are no good for mountain bikers. I've got some good news though. The rain is back and here to stay, so we can tune up the damage done over the summer. We'll go trail by trail to tune up certain features, getting my backyard bike park running better than ever. The first thing we're actually going to do is give every single trail a nice light raking to get all the top layer of leaves off. This is a very crucial task because any trail we want to do maintenance on needs to be clear of debris and leaves. I'm super stoked that all of the trails are clear now and fresh again. We can go back to Silly Sausage to start with the first jump. There's a small rut forming in the lip and the whole thing could just use a little tune-up. And now to pack in the fresh dirt. Great, this minor tune-up I just did should make the jump ride a little bit better. If we continue all the way down the trail, we reach the trick jump. This thing is going to need some pretty major tune-up work, so we got some very intelligent help. And got straight to work. Now this new jump turned out okay, but I always love going one step higher and throwing sifted dirt on jumps. It makes the final product look a lot better and ride a lot smoother. The planes. I can't film because of these planes. They always come and then right at the worst times.
Dang planes.
Stop filming.
Friggin' lawnmowers, gosh. We have to have an hour where there are no lawnmowers allowed.
I know, right? The lawnmowers and the planes.
Yeah, dude.
It's all of it.
He takes his hard-earned dirt and uses it to shape the natural form of his Jumpus Dirticus.
Wow, this dirt ended up looking great on this jump. Once it's hard enough to ride, I can't wait to give it a send. Now we're going to move on to Mainline. Here we're going to lightly tune up the first jump and go crazy like we did on the trick jump with the last one. The shape of the first jump right now works. The problem is the jump is filled with sand and doesn't tolerate any sort of bad conditions. That didn't take a lot of work, and I'm 100% sure the lifespan of this new lip will be a lot longer than the old one. Now we can move on to the real dirt jump on this line. For this, I plan to sift some dirt for the lip, and it should be all good. Always remember to chop up your existing lip before throwing new dirt on. Now join me as we make this lip look like pure art. This looks so amazing, and because it's a steeper lip where dirt can easily fall down and get sloppy, I made sure to pack this thing in super hard. Okay, so right now we've gotten through most of what we need to do. The only two things that we have left are this hip on Berm Crusher right behind me, and then the step-up lip on Air Supply, which is one of our double black jump lines. This hip is probably the closest feature you could get to being unrideable that's actually rideable. Regardless of the status, we need to tune this thing up with fresh dirt. It is a little too steep and kicky right now as well. Well, that worked out pretty well. The lip is no longer as steep and should feel a lot better when we're riding it and allow us to ride further out on the hip's landing. Now we'll move slightly downhill to a different trail where this step up is going to need a little bit of a tune-up. Just like the hip on Berm Crusher, it's barely rideable and definitely needs some fresh dirt. After waiting a few days for all of the jumps to harden, I'm going to show you a first-person perspective through every single trail. This should give you a good idea of how my trails are looking, and better yet, how they're riding. Okay, so to start the ride off, we're going to ride Silly Sausage. We put a lot of time into this trail. It's a great warm-up and fun to session. Next up we got Mainline, which is the dirt jump course. Okay, next up we got Air Supply, and I'm actually a little nervous about hitting this new step up, just because it's so big. Here we go. Whoa, that was so sketchy. I hit my pedal on the landing right as I landed. Right there. Dang, that was so scary. All right, I'm gonna try that again because I couldn't really get a good feel for it. Much better. Still no run out, but that's so fun. All right, and then finally, the new line of Crazy Train. Whew, that is so floaty. I can't wait until we have another jump there, because that line's just gonna flow even better. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.